Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yam pravajantam anupetamapeta dvaipayino virahakatar ahujava putreti tanmayataya taravo bineduhu tam sarvabhuta hridayam munimanatosmi yasvanubhavam akhilashrutisarameकम् अध्यात्मदीपम् अतिथितिशतां तमोन्दं संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्यासूनम् उपयामि गुरुमुनीनां मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यमीश्वरम्. So, Hare Krishna, all of you. So, welcome back again for this wonderful session on the science of Bhakti Yoga. And today we'll discuss some of the important topics as we did in the previous sessions. So, very importantly, we have to understand we all have to prepare ourselves uh, just like we have prepared for our exams, just like we prepared for our interviews, just like we prepared so many things. If you want to go to a trip, we prepare so much. If you want to go to a marriage, relative's marriage, you prepare yourself, think which saree to put, which this thing, or which matching to put, isn't it? Or if you want to go to something, some other place, you prepare what to purchase, what all, you make a list, everything. Practically in our life, anything we prepare, we think, a lot of thoughts goes in how to achieve the goal in anything it may be in our life. Probably you just take what have to prepare tomorrow for breakfast. Your son will be there, your husband will be there, and anyone will be there. What is the breakfast have to cook? You prepare every day. And tomorrow we keep make idli or dosa, and you make the batter and keep. And we really don't know we'll be alive next day morning to make the dosa or vada or idli, isn't it? We might have made the batter and kept. So much preparation goes on in our life. In every aspect of our life, so much preparation goes on. So, but we fail to prepare ourselves that yeah, we are going to die any moment. What preparation I have done for myself? So, this is very much important in our life that we feel Maya is so strong, we are into illusion, we are conditioned, so conditioned, we feel that it's secondary. Just like when Mataji passed away last week, congregation devotee, and she was so a lot of service she has done to temple, and she is a nice preacher, and many things happened, but we are all shocked to hear that she left her body because of some medical reasons. So anytime we may all leave, we are all talking here, we are all discussing on this online sessions, and we think that, oh, I'll be there long, nothing to worry. Someone is dying, no problem. Such a foolishness that we never think that what preparation I've done. If now death has come right now, and what are your the most important things that you have to that you will be really thinking about that I have not completed this. Just think we got some heart attack and so much paining in the chest, and we will be admitted in the hospital immediately. We're put in ICU with all the ventilators, things like that. And all the relatives are also confused, and doctors are confused. And there's a sense of moroseness you find in relatives' face, and you are feeling that you're going to leave your body, and you have all the thoughts coming in your mind about the property, about the people, about your things which you have kept here and there secretly. All things will come. What to do? What to do? So, by the moment we try to do something, probably if Lord wills, we'll again come back. Else, we'll all leave our bodies. So, please understand, this is very much important in our life, that how we are so unprepared. We are not at all prepared. So this is Prabhupada, that's what always he says, that death can come at any moment. We are all sure that death is inevitable. It is sure. It is, we are all going to die one day. And we're all going to have our photos in the photo frames of our house walls. But still we are so dumb and deaf, and so we are not really looking at that, what preparation I have done now, how much I am serious in my in the spiritual progress. So very importantly, please understand, this is a very serious moment, serious endeavor to get into spiritual life and practice it sincerely and take it forward to different levels as desired by Guru and Krishna. So this is please we should be very serious about that, because this problems of our lives is never going to end, and this is no, it is inevitable. We should not really think this problem today, tomorrow some other problem. The problems are always there. Some kind of doubt, some kind of crisis, some kind of confusion, some kind of misunderstanding, some kind of fight, some kind of miscommunication. Things keep happening. This is the material world. So the foremost thing what we have to understand is this material disturbance is permanent. And probably now I'm sleeping nicely, peacefully, but I'm sure that tomorrow there'll be a, that I'm going to face some problem. That you should be confirmed with that. So we all have to undergo some or other kind of chaos in our life. Just imagine Arjuna's crisis also. Arjuna was a great warrior, and his crisis was not due to the lack of knowledge or competency. He was so competent, isn't it? And also knowledge. He has so much of knowledge because he learned everything from the Gurukula, right from the beginning, about the soul-body relationship and the impermanence of this material world. Everything you know. But it was a collapse of his clarity. Clarity of what? Clarity of the attachment he had. Because the whole discussion about Bhagavad Gita is about how much we are attached to this material world. Because the senses wants the sense objects, and the senses create the desire to get the sense objects. And the intelligence, if it is not sharp enough to discern, if it is not, the intelligence is not sharp enough to discern which thought, which desire to be cultivated, which desire to be stopped, then obviously you will go, the mind will ask, and it'll take us. So in the same way, we have to understand, we have, very importantly, we should not have any doubt. All of us don't have any doubt about philosophy. We don't have doubt about the system, chanting, process, because great saints and sadhus have achieved that. So the understanding is clear, everything system is clear, but we lack necessary strength, right? We lack necessary strength. We lack necessary guidance, isn't it right? How to tackle the this entanglements, and also we lack the strength to tolerate the disturbances. So and because we have so much of expectations, we have so much of temptations, we have so much of things like that. So we are unable to reconcile things and get into one and move forward. Things are simply going in, just like the mass are going. But very importantly, we have to concentrate on something very importantly, that where should I get the strength to tolerate? How can I get the guidance to tackle this disturbances? And what are the necessary things that I have to work upon? So that we have to really think about. Even though the process is pakka, understanding is pakka, everything is perfect. But still, if I'm not able to the progress and practice, there's something lacking. So this hankering should be always tormenting us. That hunger should be there to know more, learn more. So recently, I was till now probably few months back, I was not knowing what is the full form of ETA. People were saying ETA, ETA. I think what is ETA? ETA means the expected time of travel. So, so I used to use Google, but never used to get into that terms. Nowadays, all people use the terms, short terms. So it is so wonderful that the GPS is such a wonderful navigation app, which is there in all most of our mobiles, Google Maps. That is such a wonderful navigation map. It will show you where you are now and where you have to go, right? So just to give an example, by chance, your driver has taken a wrong turn. So what will happen? The moment you take a wrong turn, the moment you deviate from the route which the Google is showing, immediately the map will recalculate and it will optimize the route and show you the best path for your destination, isn't it? So that is similarly that is the role of a guide or a mentor. So I request all of you devotees who are listening here. So all 18 of you are listening, except me, 6 to 17 are listening. So you should all have one fixed mentor or a guide who can always, you know, really recalculate and find an optimal route for you alone to reach your destination, to reach your goal, to reach the Krishna and fulfill Guru's desire. So you will redirect in the right way. So it's very instant how this Google is immediately, it instantly recalculates and redirects. So whatever track we may move away from the different tracks, but still it will recollect and recalculate. So similarly, we have to understand that we all have to have a, if we want to have a proper strength to overcome all our attachments and entanglements of this material world, we should have one guide, one mentor. It may be Mataji devotee, it may be Prabhuji devotee, whatever it is, wherein you can really go and express our because we so many times it so happens we don't know what to do, how to do, when to do. Lot of our decisions are all uncharted. We have uncharted paths in our life. Simply we decide some things. See, what I'm saying here is most of you are women here. You don't be settled in just a family. Take care of your children, take care of your husband, take care of your family. Don't get just simply settled there. Because the Indian mentality is like this. At least the men go outside, meet people, and he has to do business, he has to get money, has to earn. And women who are earning, that is a different matter. I'm speaking about the the grihinis or just a household women who are there in the house. They just simply think, okay, Sunday means go temple, go to kirtan, do some service and come back. And my main goal is what? I should take care of the house nicely, keep the house nice, clean. I should nicely take care of my family. So we just our old desires and old passion actually be killed simply in this way. So, but that was not case in the Western culture. Prabhupada, that's what they were all equals, men and women. So Prabhupada gave them the Brahmana Diksha to women, and they used to worship, they used to go out, they have to do so many things, do preaching, they have to collect money for the temple. Not simply just women means cooking. No, So never get stuck in one thing. So very importantly, we have to do something where is, we should have guidance. You have to seek guidance from an experienced person, so that the person can calibrate the where you are standing here and where you can go every moment. Isn't it just like Google? At every moment it is checking where are you and where you have to go, where are you, where you have to go, where are you, where you have to go. If you just reroute, so if you just miss one road and go somewhere else, it reroutes, it redirects and take you again to the destination, and you tell the time, ETA. It will tell the time, it will tell the distance, isn't it? So similarly, there's internal compass. Everyone has this internal compass within our hearts. Uh, so we have to redirect ourselves for the purpose of our life. What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of we coming to temple? What is the purpose of we doing devotional service? What is the purpose? That should be confirmed. That should be strong. That should be uh, the foundation should be very strong. So this is very important to know that that this when we have a mentor in our life, then it's very great. I got some message from someone. I live in New Jersey, far from temple. It's not possible for me to have enough south sangha. How do I find? Okay, we'll address that later. So very importantly, please understand this. We should have a mentor. Nowadays, we have all social media, we have all the connectivity here, and we can't say now here and there. Before, people used to have telegram. Okay, that before people used to send something by pigeon. The transportation of messages was like that. Or people used to live together nearby. But now we have emails, we have so many things of conversations, how we can communicate with the people. So we can call, we can discuss, and we can do online sessions and try to discuss each other. This is what very much important in our life. So when Arjuna also, please understand, when Arjuna also was facing all the internal conflicts, he has a lot of internal conflicts and a lot of confusion. So Arjuna know what was right and what was wrong. Huh? So he was knowing that it is right for me to fight or not. So even though he was knowing, but because this Kauravas were not giving the share, and his duty as a Kshatriya has to do. So, but still, he is acting as if just like a human being, any other common man, that what I have to do? I'm confused. Whether fighting against my own relatives is good for me, and was family fighting with the family was okay for me. So he was indecisive, in the mode of indecisive. So when you think to himself, should I fight or not, then his problem comes. So please understand, in our life, many times it so happens. So when you start thinking about uh, such kind of confusion or indecisiveness, so immediately we should okay, if no one is there, okay, read Prabhupada books, and definitely that's why I'll come again further. I will get into it. We should sharpen our intelligence. When you sharpen your intelligence, how then automatically your mind will be controlled, and you can be you can properly decide what desire to be cultivated, what desire not to be cultivated. So then Arjuna, what he did, he turned to Krishna and he asked this question as a well-wisher. So when he was in the state of bewilderment, so take Krishna's guidance. That is a real intelligence. So if you don't know what to do, where are you, where are you standing? Simple example of GPS. Always when you think of GPS, you should always think of that. Someone was saying, Sadhguru was saying, GPS means Guru positioning system. It is actually true. Guru positioning system. Guru is trying to position you. Where are you standing now, where you have to go. So we have to take the guidance of an experienced well-wisher, and also, okay, someone is available. Okay, you are only everything. No, you should find an experienced person whom you can uh, really believe, really have full faith and confidence on him to reveal your matters. So that unless until you don't feel that, then you feel that I can do by myself. I don't need any guide. So, in that sense, if you are, humility will not grow in us. The quality of humility will not grow in us. So, if at all, if you want the humility in our life, that's what is very the quality of humility is what Krishna likes from all of us. Uh, so many a times it so happens because of our ego and things like that, we may feel that, be yourself. No, why you have to depend on someone? Some devotee is very busy. They are all in temple. They are all in busy. Be self-dependent. No, depend on yourself. And why you depend on anyone? Yes, sometimes you should not be overly dependent also. You should have be dependent on someone, but overly dependent, because there is many times it destroys your creativity. But very importantly, we should equip ourselves with some necessary experience of some person, and that would address my challenges. If that is can be done, it is very good. The reason is, you will become humble. You would think that I don't know anything. Let me put forward and try to understand this. And because why I'm saying this, this is very important in our ashram life here. In our ashram life, it so happens you can't do anything and everything, whatever you want. Everything has to be asked. We have senior devotees, super senior devotees, we have temple commanders, we have temple presidents, we have department heads. We have to take permissions, we have to do things like that. It's not that anything and anything I can do. So if you think that I know something, then you'll be limiting yourself. But if you think that I don't know, I need to know, then there's a lot of opportunity to grow. We see, many times we want to be independent. Just imagine, most of us are hearing this. You say, yes, Prabhuji, what you're saying, I've heard this, all these things, I know this. But many a times, if you feel some devotees really, is beyond, on top of your head and trying to guide you in every step, you will feel, what is this? There's no independence. Then you will really feel. Now you feel that, oh, yes, yes, I want some association. There's no association. I want some right kind of mentor, guide, and things like that. But when someone is there on top of your head and always trying to guide you, then they will feel that, oh, what is this man is always behind me. They're not properly, they're not understanding my situation. There's no independence here. So much choking, my neck is choking. Why I'm saying this, in our ashram life, many times such things would come in, because we have so much of scrutiny, so much of we are really we are checked how, which step you are keeping, how you have been trained, how you are, which direction you are going. So generally, sometimes it so happens, yes, sometimes to give an example, if a mobile is not properly functioning, switch it off and switch it on, it will work. But if a mobile phone is hanging every time and you don't know how to do, then you will go to technician, right? So some normal problems to solve your solution, find for solutions, normal family problems, mental problems, social problems. Yes, you can solve, but it is repeating again and again. So we have to really think that I am not adequately trained in this. Every time I should be troubleshooting the things. So just to give an example, if you're getting a headache, you'll take one Celadon or some painkiller, Tylenol or something like, you'll take a painkiller. So, but if you take a painkiller, yes, for a time you'll go. But if it is repeatedly the headache is coming, you have to consult a medical professional, right? You have to, this is necessary, right? So we have to understand, when your magnitude of a problem is oversized, then what our intelligence has ability to find a solution. Then obviously we have to humbly approach a person who is more expert. So if my problem is my magnitude of my problem is so big, but my ability of intelligence is so small to solve the problems. So then best is we should approach the experts. So why I'm giving example of this headache, why I'm giving example of the mobile. So you should, really we should think, yes, no, correct, no, every time it is coming. So I should have one guide and mentor. So if you think that I know the solution to the problems, and sometimes it so happens, actually I know the solution to the problems, others should endorse to it. Others should give their hands and to help me out how to solve this problem. I know the answer also. They should assist me in implementing these things. So when we think that I want only hands, I don't want heads. That is one more kind of Maya. Uh, to think that you know everything. That's what Krishna. What happens? कार्पण्य दोषो अथ सदा स्वभावात् पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म समूढ़ चेताः शिष्यस्तेहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. Isn't it? शिष्यस्तेहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. So Krishna, so Arjuna is saying that now pleased, he is not putting forward his own answers or own way of solving the problems. He's saying, I don't know anything, please help me out. What is best for me? What is best for me? So Arjuna mood of seeking a guidance is a sign of humility. Please understand, this is very much important in our life. It is not a question of a weakness. Uh, so we should open ourselves and seek for help, and Lord will send, obviously. Wherever, in whichever part of the world you are in the Patal Loka, the Lord will send some other help, some other way, some other means. Or if no one is there, from the heart only, He will guide you. So, but we should admit to our weakness. We should admit that I am weakness here. Let me not use my own intelligence to solve my own problems. So, actually, sometimes we overestimate our intelligence. uh, and we underutilize the opportunity to benefit from someone else who has higher intelligence, who are expert. So we should have always take guidance from a mature person who's more gone through this such kind of situations, and who can really guide me. And when you are talking with him, when you're counseling or getting help from him, I should not use the prejudices, or some notions, oh, like this, or like that. With open heart. See, in the Bhagavad, the Chaitanya, Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto also, second canto, yesterday I was reading, when Sukadeva Goswami is speaking about in the beginning of this Bhagavatam, because the conversation started because Sukadeva Goswami Parishit Maharaj is all started from the second canto of Bhagavatam. And Bhagavatam actually starts from second canto. And in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, just in a few first chapter, in a few verses, after discussing about the glories of the Bhakti Yoga, after few verses, Sukadeva Goswami is explaining about the Ashtanga Yoga process. And Parishit Maharaj is asking questions on Ashtanga Yoga. Parishit Maharaj had hardly 7 days, and Sukadeva Goswami was a Parivrajaka. And the Sukadeva Goswami is explaining about Ashtanga Yoga. So Parishit Maharaj would have told that, Arey Gurudev, I have only 7 days. Why you are speaking about Ashtanga Yoga? Speak about Bhakti Yoga only, so that I'll perfect my life and go. No, 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 no. Guru is telling for you for a purpose, and you have to understand that. And he's asking question in Ashtanga Yoga only. He's not saying, oh, my guru is old, he don't know what to do answer, and also I'm going to die in 7 days. And again, I'll rebring the same question. No, he's asking question, Ashtanga Yoga, all those things. See, when something happens, if you get a cold, if you have got a cough, or if you have throat problem, you prepare some household remedies, right? So there's some homemade techniques like kashayam and all those things you make. So that is for a time being. It helps you for some time. It cures some kind of sickness, little. But you have to take advice of a reliable doctor if it is continuing for a long time. So this is very much important, that our real intelligence or the true intelligence lies in taking advice from the reliable person, advice from the seniors who are experienced. Have an open mind, be open mind, who is capable, who can guide you, who is authentic in your life. So what I would feel, just want to express here is, When you're trying to find you should find a genuine devotee who can really guide you. And that genuine devotee is completely, he is not envious about you. Many times it so happens. When you're trying to interact with that person, you should really find, yo, really a true well-wisher of me? That you'll get to know when you are succeeding, when you are progressing, and he should not feel envious about you. So watch, and also you should watch out for any self-interest of from that devotee in while you're dealing. If he has any self-interest from you, so if the devotee self-interest from you is you have a lot of money and he wants to take your money and give it to Krishna. Yes, is one thing. One thing is he's helping you serve Krishna through your hard-earned money. That's true, but that should not be the only motive for your relation with him or with her. Oh, otherwise you have good talent. Let me associate with the good talent. One devotee will come. Oh, you have good talent. Okay, we will use your talent in service of Krishna. Yes, good. That using talent of Krishna is good. But genuinely, soulfully, heartily, where he wants to serve, help you to grow in your spiritual life. That kind of devotees you have to look for, who don't have any self-interest in their dealings. Even though if devotees also are doing self-interest, if they're doing for Krishna only, that is true. But at the same time, they should also have some heart for you to really have some empathy, sorts of sympathy. Apart from sympathy, I should have empathy to really look upon and hear and try to give a proper solution. Because there are a lot of people who are empathy also simply sit and listen. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So sad to hear all those things. But should be also a capable person to give a right kind of solution to you. So there may be so many well-wishers actually. So one who can give a concrete solution, who can provide a practical solution is what we have to look for. So, so, and also you should not choose a person who is very emotionally sensitive also. You should be careful in that also. So many factors are there in this. So you should keep all those things. You should have mature guides in your life who can motivate you, who can guide you, which can give you more spiritual perspective in your life, and try to rise you above from your so-called problems which you are stuck. There's a clarity in mind, makes you give more clarity in your mind. Such kind of guide who can see beyond the problems and guide you and empower you and inspire you. So just what I request of from you is, when you sit, take a pen and paper and just jot it down, write it down, how my guide should be, how my mentor should be. When you see Narada Muni helping Dhruva Maharaj, or whichever in Bhagavatam it goes on so many places, how the mentors, Maitreya Rishi was helped by, so Maitreya Rishi guiding Vidura. So all those things, when you take that mood, you just jot it down. And you should also pray, my Lord, please, if you have a guide, very good. If you don't have a guide or a mentor, you should pray, let me have this, the guide who makes my mind, they brings about clarity in my mind. A guide who can give a spiritual perspective for all my sufferings. A guide who can motivate me. A matured guide who can really see the thing that inspired me. Many things like this. So you should have an effective guide, and basically I want to say. So you should look for spiritual guides who can strongly connect to make you connect to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, and have a deep bonding with that guide, so that many times it so happens, even though you'll not be able to progress in many places, but because of that guide's mercy, that you will be able to cross over many things, overcome many things. So after listening Bhagavad Gita, whole Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Arjuna, what is it? Nashtamoho smriti labdva tat prasada maya chuta gataha smitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Isn't it? Arjuna said to Krishna. So Nashtamoho smriti labdva. So Arjuna was earlier, he was into dharma samuda chetaha, isn't it? Dharma samudha cheta. Dharma samudha cheta. I'm been confused. And now he is saying Nashtamoho smriti labdva. So I got the good intelligence, and that is the power of a genuine guru who can completely mitigate all the sufferings and doubts and the chaos in your mind. So please try to periodically assess your goal and what is your goal and where you have to reach and how much you have reached. All should be, you know, in a step by step. Am I progressing or am I same thing as I was before 10 years before? So you should periodically you should assess your goals by reflecting to the purpose of your life. So that you can realign yourself from wherever you are, in whichever path you are, realign back to the main course of Krishna conscious practice. So very importantly, so if at all, if you want to give an example, as we discussed, if you want to navigate properly in our life, you require a mentor in our life, so that all our confusions and doubts should be cleared. And Krishna very beautifully explains that if you want to, he gives an example of a kurmo nagniva nengata. So just like this tortoise, so it withdraws its limbs, it withdraws its limbs into a shell for what? For the protection, isn't it? So when you see the behavior of tortoise, it teaches a very important lesson. What is the lesson? How to withdraw, the art of withdrawing your senses from the sense objects, because all the anxieties, all the sufferings, all the problems comes from here when the sense come in touch with the sense objects. So etaddi atura chittana matra sparsha ichaya moho bhavasindo plavo drushto hari charnyanvananam. So matra sparsha, so when you sparsha, when the sense comes in touch with the sense object, and all the problem starts. So Krishna is saying, Yada samharate chayam kurmo gnaniva nengataha. So Indriya Indrarteves tasya pragna pratisthita. So Krishna is saying very beautifully, just like the Krishna is also telling Arjuna why this examples, when you're giving examples, you're trying to inspire, right? Krishna is trying to motivate Arjuna, trying to inspire Arjuna that just like tortoise is withdrawing its limbs from its shells, so one should also withdraw one's senses from the distracting and harmful sense objects. And he is called as a right, intelligent person. So to inspire us to practice sense control, Krishna is giving this example. So just like tortoise pulls its limbs inside the shells when there's a danger, we should also try to withdraw our senses from the distraction of our mind. So tortoise has a natural shell, right? So it is very hard shell given by the nature to protect itself from any physical harm, isn't it, or danger. So human beings also should have a protective shield of mentors, so that they give the proper knowledge and right kind of things, so that you can withdraw your senses from the sense objects. Because sometimes, many times, we will be confused whether to do or not to do, whether it's right or it's not right. See, unless you are completely, now we are all in school, we have to pass out from a college, then we have become masters, then masters and PhD, things like that. Then what will happen? Then your Paramahamsa, then you can decide. But even then, those Paramahamsa also always take guidance, like Srila Prabhupada always used to take guidance from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Hear his classes, always want to hear his classes, want to associate with him, always wanted to take guidance from him, isn't it? So very much important in the amidst in this such kind of our nature. Now we have been bombarded with all kinds of things, social media and the smartphones. It's very toxic, and we have toxic association with people. They are so confused. There are so many unwanted videos they are making just to get some views, subscribers, so that they can make money. Something happening when husband and wife will be fighting in the house, and they make video. This is what klesh, garka klesh. And how many people watch? There are lakhs of people are watching that. because they don't know that such a foolishness, the same thing they are also undergoing, the suffering, but they are seeing in the Instagram or something like that, and they say, oh, very nice to see. Nice music is there, nice video, things like that. So this sensory allurements are there everywhere. Just open your eyes, it is there in front of you. Yatato hi api kaunteya purushasya upasthitaha. Krishna is very beautiful saying, Indriyani pramateshu. Indriya is very, very strong. It can take you away to any place, any distance. Haranti prasabhamma, very difficult to do. So in the senses are very strong and it's very restless. And we have to forcefully drag that away from the sense objects. So we should once is sense control that we have to do, and only a person who has a proper intelligence or has a good mentor can really get help to really come out from this. So to give an example, you are going in a market. Just imagine you're going in a market. So something colorful catches your eyes. Something street food, the smell will the nose will catch some smell from the street food. And the people who are talking or screaming, especially in Indian markets, they're screaming tomato, tomato, potato, potato, like that. So all those things your ears will catch, the sound will catch. So as you walk, your senses will be completely bombarded with so many impressions, isn't it? Even without you are consciously noticing it, they are impacting your mind, right? It's impacting. So to give an example, when especially in Indian markets, there's so much of confusion, so much of sound, so much of that sound, this sound, people screaming, some materials sound, things like that. But when you have a focus, I'm going here to purchase my sabji or the carrot or tomato, and so much this thing will be there. But still, you will be what will be happening? You will be looking for where is tomato, where is potato, I have to take to home. That's what I came here for. You'll not be distracted here and there, right? So because you have to do that, you have to achieve your goal. Simple thing. So similarly, our five senses is eyes, tongue, nose, ear, skin. They're all like detectives. Huh? They're always looking for some interesting things. So very much when they're trying to find something interesting things, they're looking for interesting things, something which is for the flavor, something with the form, something with the sound, something with the texture. They're always looking. So when the sense come in when contact with the sense objects, then that mind will start thinking about it. The desire will be created. Because previously my training is what? My mind is only on the matter. I meditate upon the matter. When I get the matter, then I enjoy. I want to enjoy the matter. But when you get spiritual things in your life, my desire is to become devotee of Krishna. I want to have a spiritual body. I want to go back to spiritual world. Then you have a spiritual ideas, spiritual meditation. So it's all sort with the what kind of meditation you have. That kind of desire you will have, and accordingly that kind of emotion will come. So we have to understand our senses. When our senses come in contact with the objects again and again, it creates a long lasting impression called as vasanas. So because we have so many vasanas from so many lifetimes, first of all, in this body itself, so many impressions we have, that itself to get away is so difficult. Just imagine so many lifetimes we have that all the vasanas, the impression of this will give me happiness. That's why some people like sweet, some people like khara, some people like that, some people like blue color, some people like a red color, some people like this, some people like that. Because they have created that this what will give me happiness, that what will give me happiness. So that's what they look for, that they desire for this. So they get that the tendency is there to get attracted to that. So accordingly, the mind also desires. That's what some people. That's what you can say. See, if for the Indians, if you see a uh, African Miss African, if Indians is a Miss African, he is not attracted. But African a man gets accepted to the Miss African, right? So please understand it. It's all a concept of um, subjective things. So ugly. So which one you call? Who is ugly? Who is not ugly? So it's all we have created this concept. These ideas are there in his mind. So if at all if you want to be not distracted, so we need to limit our senses from coming into touch with the sense objects. So we have to have this, all these mental distractions are so much that we have to understand not only the external distraction, but also the internal distraction. So you have to understand that distraction is of two types. One is external distraction, yes, but the material sense objects, when you see it or when you smell it or when you touch it, then you get the desire, right? One is external distractions, but there is also called as internal distraction. So internal distraction or when the mind starts meditating upon it is the internal distraction. So the mind, such a thing, and it has so much power that it start instigating some actions to be taken by our body. It always keeps instigating. The mind is like that. So to give an example, the mind is like a children. Sometimes like excited kids, sometimes they desire more than our bodies can handle, isn't it? So they children's hanker more, run, jump to, or to give an example, the people meditating means people who have diabetes or people who have cholesterol, even though the sweets may be not in front of them, but still the meditation is happening and they look for it. Someone wants to eat sweets. Exactly, sweets may be not there in front of him. They are diabetic, but still they're thinking they look forward to have that. So craving for the sweets are always there. So the internal distraction is more dangerous than the external distraction. External distraction, okay, at least you put you tie your eyes or tie your nose. No, at least you control, to going in touch with the sense object. But internal distraction is such a thing that it always craves. So that's why people overeat, there's indigestion, right? Or people do alcohol, they drink so much, or do gambling, they lose everything, or they do adultery, isn't it? So some people, so this is very much important. And so one more important is we should not being associated with the people who are vishayis, who are very much attached to this material things. Uh, so we are very much important. Just like, see, Duryodhana, yes, he did a lot of harm to the Pandavas. Now, he irritated very much. But many times in our own life, we may have our people in our work life, and in the family or relations, whatever it is, that they may be not like Duryodhana, but they keep irritating you also. Whether in work style we have, or the speaking what they speak, or they are very stubborn, or they're very talkative, or they're very possessive, or they're emotional. So sometimes we get troubled by such unavoidable people also. So although they may be good in various ways, but the other face of their life may be something different. It may be incompatible to us. So there also we have to withdraw ourselves from them. Otherwise, that also agitates. Others also disturbs. So when there are sensory allurements, we have to withdraw our senses. When there's mental distraction, we have to withdraw with the proper intelligence. We have to withdraw the mental disturbances. And when we have unreasonable relationships, uh, then that also we have to withdraw. So whether we are tempted by distractions or through external the objects or by internal remembering of our mind, all those things, so we have to really withdraw ourselves from the using a proper intelligence. We have to pull out our mind from the temptations. So we have to withdraw this. This is very much important in our life so that we can really save ourselves. and prepare ourselves for our death. So first is a sense control, then is a mind control, then is intelligence. That's what every day you have to read and practice. So then we can have proper spiritual life, progress in your spiritual life, so that there'll be no negativity around you, no uh, disturbances around you. So Prabhupada, the very time, one beautiful place he says, see, milk is very nourishing. At the same time, lemon is also very important. But milk and lemon, when they're going together, mix, what will happen? So we are better, we should keep things separate. So we should have a respectful distance between our relationship also. So in this way, we can practice our spiritual life very beautifully and go forward and move forward and become the best devotees and pure devotees of Krishna. So anyone has any questions, we can discuss. Else, we can move. We can end the session for today. Thank you for your patientful hearing. And so,
Actually, I had a question, Prabhuji. So,
yes,
like
Mataji.
I mentioned in the text, that I am currently in New Jersey and it's really far for me to go to the temple, and I don't have any specific people who I can, or any devotees who I can connect with. So, is there a way that I can connect with devotees online, but I don't know enough people to, like, for example, would you know anybody who I can connect with?
In New Jersey, we have this. Once, yes, yeah. Once if you go to temple and speak to those devotees and get connected, and at least once in a while you can go and come. We have in Edison. In Edison, we have a center there. So yeah, I can. You can take my number and I can post you the address. You have been to that Edison temple, Krishna Balaram temple.
I haven't been to Edison, so I'm actually in touch with somebody in Cranberry. There is like a house program that I might meet people there, so maybe I can ask over there.
Else, no problem. I'll just text my number here. You can just message me and I can send you the devotees there. Shuklambara Prabhu is a president there, and also a lot of good devotees are there, and they can really help you out. A lot of Matajis, do a lot of nice service and do a lot of book distribution, things like that. So they have a good property there in Edison. So and also they also are starting now Goshala there. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So this is there 937946431. This is 1 second. 37. So we devotees come during the June July. So that time also sometimes we can meet.
Yeah.
So thank you all so
Thank you
much
so
for your
much.
patientful hearing. And every Monday, as we are meeting, and we'll discuss more insights into the science of this Bhakti Yoga. And let's try to make this our life more successful and more important by taking Bhakti Yoga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sai Gaur Premanande, Hare Krishna,
Huh?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank you
Prabhu.
so much.
Thank you, Prabhu.